Alright, and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy X-2. I am Zakiri Chalcom, and today this is actually being done in post, because this is how you get the secret dungeon in the Chocobo Ranch, which took forever to get, as I don't know, I'm kind of getting fed up with this game and the, just how much stuff you have to do. It's really getting a little frustrating, but it's still a good challenge in its own right. And I'm actually kind of getting close to the end now, so it actually feels a bit better. Anyway, so how to do this, you need 4 bold level 1 chocobos. That can be maxed at level 5. Now you can find that out by going and talking to them in the stall. I know that sounds weird because you're talking to the chocobo, but going to talk to them in the stall, they will get their, or you can see what level they're at, what nature they are, and what their max level is, which you need it to be level 5. Anyway, you send all 4 of those chocobos to the Comlands at level 1. Don't raise them up yet, just put them on level 1. And this is being done in super fast motion! And I'm keeping in all the random encounters that I have to do, because I just want you all to feel the pain that I felt. I guess. I don't know. Anyway, and this one I'm going to the Thunder Plains just because I was doing that a little bit earlier to level grind, but I was using the Lady Luck dress spheres, which was a bit easier to fight the enemies in here. Didn't have those plant fiends, Leotopica, something like that. We'll see them much later to fight, which like 2-hit you no matter what. It's not that they just do a whole bunch of damage, they do like half of your HP. That's what they do. But yeah, so you send out your chocobos, and then you need to go fight 7 random battles before they'll come. Well, they don't have to be random battles, they could be battles that you know that are going to happen. But they need to be, you have to do 7 battles. I find it when you see a chocobo in one of your battles, like here, it's better to capture the chocobo. They seem not to run away as much, or your chocobos seem not to run away as much if you actually try to capture the ones that were in battle. I don't know what battle number is this. The reason why I'm using the Lady Lucks, you may be wondering, is because the Lady Lucks get a special ability called double XP, which is very good for grinding out levels. Thunder Plains, the main Thunder Plains, is not the best place to get levels. Actually, the best place would be to go into the cave that we just got. Those enemies give 1,000 to 2,000 experience apiece. Now you double that with the special ability, and that's like 4,000 apiece, and that's like 3 battles per level or so. Anyway, I think we're getting close to the number of battles that we need for this one. Yes, isn't this such an exciting episode? Believe me, this is the entire episode, so if you really don't want to watch just chocobos going, skip on to the next one, which if you're watching this today, I'm sorry you'll have to wait till tomorrow, but otherwise, skip on to the next one. Heading back to Clasco's Ranch. This time, you want all the chocobos to come back that you sent out, so, make sure you have 14 chocobos in total, because it seems that if you have more chocobos, the ones that you send out are less likely to run away. I know that doesn't really make any sense, but I guess it's because all their friends are still here, so they'll come back because they want to see their friends. And also keep their hearts at maximum. But if one of them does run away, which I think one of them might run away here, just soft reset the game. That's why you save beforehand, soft reset the game, come back, see if they all come back safe and sound. I guess none of them do it this time. Now you want to raise your Chocobo to level 2. Every single one of them to level 2. Now this will be the last time that I show the process of leveling up, giving them heart, and sending them out, until it gets to the more complicated ones that you have to get to, which are like the 7th or 8th time you have to send out Chocobos. Yeah, you have to do this a lot. You can probably tell that I am sick of dealing with Chocobos. I know they're fluffy, but right now all I want to do is have a Chocobo sandwich, it seems like. I wonder if Chocobo sandwiches would go well with Popo sausage. Popo sausage. That sounds really good right now. On another note, I know this kind of changes up some schedules and people are like, whoa, I thought you weren't going to do something like that. But I was watching the Monster Hunter podcast today, and Christian from Game Design Reviews, I think is what his website or company that he works for, he recently produced a game / developed the game, because he's both the producer and the developer, called Trauma, and I just got that on Steam. It came out fairly shortly. It came out on the 8th, and it is the 10th, so I will probably be doing that in a playthrough fairly soon, since it is rather new, but it looks pretty good, and hopefully something new will get my name out there. I don't know. But also looks like a fairly fun game. I don't know, fun game, but a fairly good game. I don't know if it's fun. Like, there's a difference between an enjoyable game and a fun game. Like, Final Fantasy, this one, is an enjoyable game, good story, stuff like that, but it's not really a fun game, necessarily. Let's see, what kind of games do I play now that are actually quote-unquote fun? Like, Pokemon, the competitive side? Okay, the story of Pokemon is a fun game. Like, you know, you're not really trying that hard, but it's kind of fun. You know, you go through it. But the competitive side of Pokemon is enjoyable, but not necessarily fun. I'm doing air quotes when I do that, by the way. Graffiti Kingdom, Magic Pendulum, those are fun games. Mario Party would be another example of fun games. I know I'm just ranting now, but this is a 21 and a half minute video. So I'm going to be scrounging for some material, because, yeah. By the way, those are the plants I was talking about that are really annoying, that just carve off half of your HP. But I switched to 3 Dark Knights, and are just going to darkness them some things, and that's going to make it go a lot faster. I actually end up killing a Chocobo in battle at one point. That was kind of an achievement in my book, because they run away so fast, but I double darknessed it, because I hit it once and it said it ran away, but it stayed there for a little bit for whatever reason. So the second one hit it, and I got it. It'll be in here somewhere. I'll probably go past really fast, but yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, there's Chocobo Burgers, Popo Sausage, Trauma. Fun games. Fun games. Digimon World 4 is both kind of the same. Fun and enjoyable, and also kind of really frustrating. Shadowgate is enjoyable but frustrating. Kingdom Hearts is enjoyable and fun. A new game that me and Perry found on the internet, that if you haven't found it, we think it's essentially the best MMO to date. I know that sounds like a really big title, but we really do think it's that. It's called Dragon Nest, which if you haven't heard of it yet, it's probably because you haven't heard of it and it's not that... See, that was an example of it running away and me restarting. Essentially, the game is... It's an actually user-controlled game, or MMO. You don't just click on something and you attack it. You actually do every single one of the hits. It's very enjoyable that way. Yeah. Anyway, I might be doing that because that actually has a really good story. It's got full cinematics for an MMO and stuff like that. Anyway, this is the next part. You want to get every one of your chocobos up to level 3. Restore their heart. Send them back out to the Comlands. I'm changing how much of the greens I get because I need more minute greens. I actually, after this one, have to go and take a break and do some more battles off camera because I don't have enough minute greens. Mimit greens, I guess is how you probably pronounce it. But yeah. So, going back to Trauma, probably going to play that on here. Although I'm trying to get Christian's permission first. I was asking him there. Ooh, darn you, Chocobo Meteor! Going to get that first beforehand. Like, if he really does not want people to do an Let's Play on it, then I won't do it, but otherwise, I kind of want to do it blind, because that's kind of what developers intend, you not knowing everything beforehand. So, yeah. If anybody else has opinions on that, go ahead and give them. I know I probably won't get any opinions until about 4 weeks from now, but we will see. Doesn't that fanfare get on your nerves? Da! Da! By the way, for the end of the game, Dark Knights are very good to have on every single character. At least the proofs. Don't have to have a master, just the proofs on everybody, because that'll come in very handy in the Via Infinato. Having Black Sky on everybody is also a very good one. Having the Berserker at least counterattack is also a good one on everyone, but I don't have that. But it's something to keep in note. May be a good idea to have. So, again, make sure everything comes back safe and sound. Then you're going to want to raise them up to, restore their hearts, raise them up to level 4. This is actually where I have to cut to get more minute greens. Yeah, time warp. Let's do the time warp again. Props to anybody that has 1, standed to watch that movie, and 2, know what movie I'm talking about. You get an internet cookie. One of them. Right now. Internets. Oh, and you get free imaginary battle buddies, which are not made yet. Yeah, if anybody's keeping up with me on Twitter or Tumblr, which, by the way, you can always find out what I'm doing just by going to my Tumblr page, because my Twitter feeds right to my Tumblr page. My Tumblr page is on almost every video description, so if you'd like to follow me on Tumblr, that would be great. That's where I put a lot of... I don't really use Twitter all that much, because I really hate being confined to how many ever characters that they have us do. So I like Tumblr a whole lot. I can say as much as I want, since I rant a lot. If you haven't noticed by watching my videos. But anyway, I'm going back to... Oh crap, I'm going to die. I don't think I do. I think I run away first. I'm going back to... I'm taking a break from Project Hunter, which I don't think I've posted anything much on that yet. Right. Oh, I tried to make a video at once, and I think Kim's studio crashed when I tried to put it up. Yay. Battle Buddies is a game that's been a long run since I was basically in the 7th grade when we started making it. Remember, that's like 5 or 6 years ago. 5.5. So it's been in ideas for a while. It's essentially a creature game like Pokemon or Digimon or whatever. And you're thinking, oh, another rehash of stuff. But no, since I play those games, I know that not to make the same thing as the same... Ooh, I got a black ring there. I just noticed that. Though that nullifies gravity effects. So it could be useful for later. But essentially, any kind of developments on it that I make a video or whatnot, I will post on here. So, yeah. But essentially, it's going to be... It's a lot different. You can read about it on either Pokemon Lance, the forums that I go to a lot. Very good community. It's not only about Pokemon, although a lot of it's about Pokemon. But that's where I have the current thread on it. Or you can go to my Tumblr site at guardianoforichalcum.tumblr.com, I think. Which also a link will be in the doobly-doo. Or the description, or the Hasbullah. Not Hasbullah, that's a organization. The doobly-doo works good enough. Alright, so after you get... This last time... Actually, this is supposed to be the time before the last time, but apparently something weird happened in it. But after everything gets back safe and sound, you then want to... you want to raise all of your Chocobos up to level 5. So I'm going to feed them first, make sure their hearts are restored, stuff like that. Restore their heart. You want to raise every Chocobo up to level 5. So then they have the ultimate Chocobo-ness to them. Hey, screensaver. So raise them to level 5. Past me, your indecisiveness is being very annoying. Go to raise Chocobos. Do it. Do it. Do it. Now. Okay. So I'm gonna raise every single one to level 5. I know I just said that like 3 or 4 times. That's because it hasn't gone on. But when you're dispatching your Chocobos, you instead of putting out all 4, you only want to put out 1, 2, 3, and... or 1, 2, and 3. Now, in the guide that I was following for this, it also said that you should come back and your Chocobos should return, and then you reset them out again, but this time to only send out 2, 3, and 4, and leave 1 in reserve. Which actually didn't happen. I'll unlock the dungeon beforehand, which you'll see after another session of me doing 7 random battles. But yeah, after that in the guide, then you're supposed to get it. It may have been that when I was trying to get it before, and I hadn't read it all the way through, and I didn't know how to check the Chocobos if they're going to be level 5 beforehand, where I sent out some level 5 Chocobos to the Comlands, just the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th one before, it may have equaled there. I don't know. I like how a lot of people think that just because I am playing this game, meaning I am the expert on this game, I really am not. If it's any consolation, as I said before, this is my first time getting to this point in the game. Well, not really. I've gotten to the end of the game and then couldn't really beat, whatchamacallit, Vegnagun, but, other than that, this is the first time I've done everything of these, cause that's why I don't know what I'm really doing. But it's for your entertainment and mine. Me struggling and you guys getting to see the story, and me getting to see the story, but being frustrated for me struggling. That type of thing. Also, 3 Dark Knights really make short work of everything. Darkness is very abusable power. Like, I don't know how strong it is, but it is very strong. I think somebody explained it before that it was it's a non-elemental physical attack that works off your strength stat, but doesn't do physical damage, if that makes sense. Like, things that have really high defense, say like helm-type fiends, will still take normal damage from darkness. They won't, like, block a whole bunch of it, which initially I thought it would be, but anyway. Here's the cutscene. I'll basically shut up till the end, and...
Lady Yuna, what should I do?
What's wrong?
This way, hurry!
Secret passage!
The Chocobos found it. They seem to have sent it one of their own kind.
Well, what? I bet there's an amazing Chocobo inside. But wimpy little me can't go find it myself, is that it?
Yes, that's exactly right. See?
Guess we'll have to go find it next time on Final Fantasy X-2. And we don't have to deal with Chocobos ever again. Thank you, Odin. See you guys later.